We may be biased.
So don't get all up in your feelings. But Generation X is clearly the best. I mean, face it, we had to bridge the gap between internet and no internet, devices and no devices. And we can actually talk to people face to face.
Why does that make us the best generation? Let's talk about it.
Hi, I'm Rich,
And I'm Robbie.
and welcome to our channel Before It's Too Late. It'd be great if you find this video entertaining, maybe it makes you smile, if you'd hit the like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, and it'd be awesome if you'd leave a comment for us.
Before we talk about why our generation is the best, maybe we should define what the generations are. I'm going to let Rich discuss that with you.
Well, okay, so we've got our generation about 1965 to about 1984. And then we've got our parents and our grandparents, known as the silent generation and the boomers, everywhere before 1964, 65. And then after us, our kids and maybe our grandkids now would be the millennials and Gen Z. Actually, I think our grandkids now are generation
Gen A. Aren't they called
A?
A?
Alpha. I never heard. I mean, somebody told me that yesterday. Not sure if that's true.
I think that's right. Gen A.
Okay. All right. So what makes Gen X so special? Well, we started defining ourselves in early childhood. Helicopter parenting wasn't a thing.
I think chores were more the big thing. Like my parents just told us, go get your chores done. It wasn't really revolved around what are we going to do next for fun. It was more about tasking, prioritizing, getting the work done.
The worst thing you could say to your mom was, I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
She's just as likely to say, hey, go mow the lawn or wash the car than she was to give you something that you really wanted to do. Here's an example. I remember going outside, nothing to do, so I saw a neighbor watering the lawn, and he's overwatering his lawn, and the water's running down the drain, like running down the gutter towards the sewer.
Right.
So what'd I do? Got a couple of sticks, put them in the water, and named them after a couple of my friends, and then did a play-by-play of how fast those sticks got to the sewer drain. See who won the race. That was fun, though. I didn't need anybody else's input. I was just out there making my own day.
Do you remember when the encyclopedia man knocked on your parents' door when you were kids?
I do.
Encyclopedias put information at kids' fingertips back then.
Yeah, they did. I remember doing a report on Mayan civilization.
That sounds boring.
Yeah. All I can say is it's a darn good thing there weren't any analytics to do
plagiarism.
That's right, to check for plagiarism.
We would have been so in trouble.
It would have been ugly. Speaking of reports for school, when we were there, the teachers and administrators had power because they were expected to teach, and the kids were expected to learn. There was no expectation of more than that.
And there wasn't any porn in our school libraries either.
That's a fact. Because of the way school was when we were growing up, we started to learn the values of discipline and respect. Speaking of values, let's talk about how we got into our faith journey. Did your parents ever ask you if you wanted to go to church?
Never. We went no matter what. Wasn't an option.
That's right. And while it might not have been fun at the time, it sure did give us a foundation for our walk in faith that we continue to build on today.
Yeah. Maybe the trait that separates us the most from other generations is our adaptability.
Oh, that's true. I just think back to when we first had a television in your house and you had 3 channels and Dad would say, hey, go turn the channel.
And then I'd have to get up and walk across the floor and turn the channel.
Yeah, remote controls weren't a thing. And then, as you got older and your friends had phones, you had to remember their phone number by the pattern that it made on the phone dial.
The fact that we even remembered phone numbers. I don't even know that I know your phone number.
I know. I guess that's one way that our brain has adapted in reverse.
Yeah,
right?
True. Right.
So, but it is critical that we keep adapting, because now our generation is sort of responsible for keeping our parents surviving and thriving in a world that continues to evolve technologically so fast. We have to kind of stay current so that they don't feel lost.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it must be said that some of us grab hold of this challenge a little more than others. I mean, some of us look at technology, say, hey, I should start a YouTube channel.
And some of us don't. Okay, well, that was our lighthearted way of presenting to you why we think our generation is the best.
We clearly know that there are other opinions out there, but you know what? If you're of our generation, a Gen Xer, and we miss something that you think separates us from the rest, please leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
And for those of you that disagree and believe it's your generation on top, leave that in the comments as well. And let's have some fun with this. Thanks for watching, and
And God
God
bless.
bless.